Speed of surprises. You know Heapgate filters from Anna?
You guys want to get into it?
Yeah, I knew it filters from Anna because you pay $3 to filter for it instead of $2.
I mean the podcast.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm doing.
It's his intro bit.
I guess this is the podcast.
So I always paid $3 to filter in Heapgate instead of $2, just to make the treasure and crack my treasure. Mm-hmm. So I would never make the treasure. I would just like be like 3 for Heapgate and like use that. And so my opponent probably either A, just never realized what I was doing. I'm guessing A, they never realized what I was doing, or they just thought I was an idiot and never bothered to correct me. Yeah. Which, hey, must be a devil between us. Get it? Because hey.
Because hey?
I said hey.
Is that a particularly demonic phrase?
No, and I said hey. Must be a Pixie song.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Did you listen to Pixies ever?
I probably know a couple songs.
I think they'd be up your alley.
Do.
Yeah.
What episode is this?
87?
7.
I don't know how I remember this every week.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast. Your favorite podcast. We talk about your favorite format, Pauper. Episode 87. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler, joined as always by the illustrious James Hippo Hieronymus. What's happening?
We're recording a podcast.
We are. No Thomas. JK's right here. Also joined by James. I always do James second.
You went through all that effort to punk me, and then you still didn't.
Still missed the punchline.
Stick the landing.
Thomas Hammergun, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How
are you
I'm pretty
doing?
tired. I'm pretty exhausted. I'm tired from resting yesterday because I just spent all day yesterday just cleaning my house.
What's resting?
Yeah.
What is?
Oh, I immediately fell asleep as soon as I got home from food.
Yeah.
I crashed so hard.
Yeah.
How's Hippo doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah. We had a blast. This past weekend.
We did.
Oh my goodness.
I was tired.
Yeah.
I moved apartments from third floor to third floor. Same complex, just Hippo is gonna be my roomie, which is really exciting. He's moving in September. He's gonna start moving some stuff in here shortly though. But I moved in August 1st, the day before the Common Ground tournament. Mm-hmm. And so I like moving furniture and heavy boxes all day. The next day it's got to be like all super uppity and full energy. So it was a hard turnaround, dude.
Yeah, I also moved a bunch of boxes and heavy furniture.
Yeah, you were there
day before.
Yeah, you were there.
I was called in with the Hail Mary.
No, that was great, dude. That was
perfect.
That was perfect timing. You got off work early. We were winding down. Like we were like getting pretty tired, and we got some fresh blood. That was nice.
No, Devin and I to the rescue.
Yeah, thanks to you, Thomas, Devin, Mike, Austin, of course.
Tiff was vital.
Could not have done it without you. I needed to turn in my old apartment key at 6 p.m. I turned it in at 5:59.
Yeah,
so it was just at the end of it was get all the crap and put it outside.
Oh, and thank you, Katie, for the truck.
Oh, thank you, Katie, for letting us borrow your truck too. That was clutch too. Mm-hmm. Didn't have to spend money on a U-Haul.
There you
Big
go.
Saves. Want to hear it? Can I tell you a quick funny side bit?
Okay.
My car I got a brand new car or whatever, and then a couple weeks ago or last week it got hit in like the parking lot in the front panel, and it might have hit the wheel. So hopefully there's no suspension damage. Whatever, insurance is what it's for. Supposed to be what it's for. But insurance taking care of it. They actually, a rental company called me and I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't know. I thought it was gonna be carless. And like, no, they're gonna pay for it. And so insurance put me up in a rental. I go to the rental company today after I drop off my car and I see a blue Toyota Corolla in the same year as mine. I'm like, oh, I bet they just gave me the same car. That's dope. I'll be familiar with it. And he like walks around and he's like, oh, it's on the other side. I'm like, oh, okay. So we walk to the other side. I see a little hatchback. I'm like, oh, it looks a little rinkety older, but whatever. I don't care. It's free. And he's like, you're in this Wagoneer, this giant 8-seater.
It's huge.
It doesn't fit in your parking spots.
For real?
Yes, it's too
really
close.
Why is this the rental?
Because by insurance is like, we can cover up to X dollars. So the rental company's probably like, we're going to charge them whatever they will pay.
The money. Oh.
Yeah,
so you have a giant truck.
It's not
like a
suburban
or whatever.
Gigantic suburban.
It's a Jeep
size
wagon.
SUV. This thing is huge.
It's nice too. It's fast.
That's dangerous.
I pulled in the parking lot to figure out where the apartment was, and he's like, I'm braking in front of you, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And because I couldn't see his car, and I didn't know about this thing yet.
Yep.
And then I just see this gigantic thing, and I'm like, oh, this is what Cameron's got. Okay.
You can't see 10 feet in front of you. It's terrifying.
Damn.
Children walking out in front of me, be careful. Like, you will get smoked by accident.
I gotta see this thing.
It's an inline six twin turbo, so it's kind of sick. It's like
this thing will haul.
Take me for a quick joyride after.
I will. It's cooled seats. It feels nice.
I'm sure.
It's fun to drive. I'm like, I kind of feel like a king right now. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty cool. I like my Corolla better because better gas mileage.
Yes.
Yeah.
One, I can see out of it.
Right.
Yes.
I can turn on a dime. It is tiny.
That thing cannot.
No, it turns. It is a yacht on wheels.
Yes, it is.
Actually, giant A-pillar, which sucks. Dangerous to drive in a school zone. Like, actually.
I have been a Prius driver for many, many, many years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I have very recently, like, especially spending last summer out west, just like, man, like a little pickup truck. Like I drove in Holden's Jeep a week or two ago to go down to RCQ.
Yeah.
Like, she's got a like sweet, just old like 90s Jeep
Cherokee.
and like I would love just an old small Jeep or truck, like work truck, or
I
just
love
like
old trucks.
camping truck. Like that would be such a vibe.
I'm not a big fan of like big trucks, but like old trucks.
Old little truck. That's like such a good vibe.
Have you
to me.
seen the Nissan Honda? They make these. They're more common in Japan.
Nissan Honda?
Nissan and Honda.
Oh, and Honda.
Are you talking about the little short, stubby things that have the actual truck that like a flatbed on them?
Yep. It's like smaller than my car, but it's a truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
super
They're
sweet.
so
There's actually
cool.
one in the
I'm killed for
neighborhood,
those.
like between where work is and the game store.
They're so cool. I love those things. There you go, little car or old Broncos, man. Oh, love those little car rant first.
91 specifically, right?
I thought was it 91? Was that? I thought it was 66.
No. The OJ one. I think was 91.
We'd have to look that up. I don't know. The year was 91, right? But like what year it wasn't the newest one. I thought it was a 66 Bronco.
Oh, it wasn't that old. It was a newer one. Newer to the time.
Editor, let's check it out. What year?
Let's talk about OJ's Bronco.
OJ's?
I don't know how we got there, but all right.
Jesus.
1993. We're both wrong.
Oh,
The year Magic came out. Look at that.
Oh, well. You know what also came out that year? Arabian Nights did.
Oh,
Yeah,
did not come out that year.
You both
No,
were
it
wrong.
didn't.
I can't believe you argued with
Hey,
me
you guys-
after.
I just checked, but you were right. I shouldn't have checked.
At least when we're wrong, we don't get judges involved.
No, but I did.
I didn't get a judge involved.
That's fair.
All right, so we had the Common Ground Cup this past weekend, man. Oh my God, we're all pretty delirious still from it. It was a blast.
It was really fun.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
everybody I've talked to said they had a blast, which is
Same.
I love to hear.
Yeah.
Kyle messaged us on Facebook.
Yep.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you saw
Kyle
that.
made us like this whole
to
big thing.
respond back, which was
really nice.
Which was really heartwarming. Just him saying like,
That's the best tournament I played in years.
which is awesome here because we want it to be like you're playing for something, but of course vibes are immaculate, and that's most Pauper tournaments.
Someone drove over 15 hours to be at this tournament.
Who?
Maniacal in Discord.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, drove super far down to get here. Alex and their crew from Wisconsin. Shout out
9
to
hours, right?
Paupercini crew.
Yeah.
They drove like 9 hours down. Stayed at the hotel.
I
got
wish
to
we would
meet
have got a
them.
cube with them. That was a late night.
The tournament. So we had 67 players at this event. We had 68
Over
registered.
double.
Just over twice as many as the first cup. We had 68. One person had to call out, couldn't make it, do some family emergency stuff. So we had 67 players, which was crazy. So that meant that we had 7 rounds of Swiss, which means we had 10 rounds of Magic on coverage. So we got done quite late, and by the time we were leaving food, it was already after 11, and we were very, very tired. So. Yeah. But it is what it is. I wonder why these tournaments cap the rounds at 6 rounds.
Some of them do.
Yeah, some of them do.
The weak ones do.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get into this, I guess.
I want to get big, man.
Yeah, no, we could. We could
get huge.
Yeah, we can see what happens.
Let's take something and get huge.
So, in a manner of speaking, I have in front of us, we have the deck list from the top 8. If we get into talking about specific decks or anything like that, a lot of really cool storylines for the event. Just like we're just saying now, just in terms of us and Game Night organizing another major Pauper event in the Middle Tennessee area, doubling our tournament attendance
Way
from 33
over
to 67. Absolute, yeah, like pretty
okay.
almost exactly.
Oh,
double.
okay. I thought we had 20 something last time. I don't know why.
No, you always do.
I always do.
Yeah, we had 33 because it was just enough to have 6 rounds. We had 33 players last time. We had 67 players this time. So y'all really showed up and showed out.
Just enough for 7 rounds.
Yeah, just enough for 7
The
rounds.
next time we'll have just enough for 8 rounds.
That would be...
That's
Is that 124?
That's 129 would be just enough for...
That'd be insane. That's
that
not
would be
happening.
crazy.
65
That's
through
not
128
happening.
is
Prove us wrong.
That would be... We need to rent another venue.
Man, that's something we got to talk to Steven about one day.
Yep.
Like, if it's like...
Well,
we got to cap... Let's cap his store first.
Let's cap 80 first. And then
I bet if we show him we cap 80, I bet we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's something we can talk about. Yep.
Because, I mean, first, like, shout out to y'all, too, for, like, making that happen. Like, a lot of the listeners, y'all drove out here, made the trip to help us double from our previous tournament. So that's really incredible. Like, the willingness of y'all to come represent the Pauper community, show the United States, like, hey, we want more big Pauper tournaments. And something, like, we don't get a lot of here in Middle Tennessee area are, like, these big events, even though we have a good Magic scene here.
Right.
So,
and plenty of convention space. I think there was some drama that went down with when Pokemon Worlds was here in 2018. There was a lot of theft out of MCC and all that.
then they
jazz,
just
so.
that's why you don't get Pokemon.
Yeah,
I don't think I think they say card tournaments.
Card tournaments.
Yeah.
Period. No Pokemon, no Magic. We don't get anything like that in Music City Center, unfortunately.
the last time we had, I guess, well, the previous to that, it was the PT at...
Yeah, there was a PT there. It was like
Music
2016, 17.
2017.
Yeah, Jerry Thompson won that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure did.
He did.
I was present.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was watching live.
I just started playing Magic.
Hell yeah.
Just learned, fresh off that. But again,
You're right. We don't get like a lot of like these major events. It's like Atlanta or Indy is like our
and Nashville's
closest
a pretty
destinations.
decent hub. I get United States is huge,
Right.
So it's like, but we have BNA, the airport.
Yep.
It's a pretty decent hub.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to get there. I think the airport's incredible here, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's a breeze
I've had no
to get
problems.
through. Decent center for driving, like other major cities. Atlanta's driving distance. Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Chicago are all reasonable drives. Chicago not easy, but reasonable.
Well,
It
it's
is
easy.
reasonable.
It's just long.
It is long.
Yeah.
It's one road. It's
It's
65
literally
That's
just
true.
like
That
straight
is
up.
true.
It
It
is
is.
a straight up.
little
line.
bit on
Up and-
90 to
up
get to
and
65.
back.
But
Yeah, you're right. That is a very easy drive.
It is a very easy drive.
Yeah. Hey, straight doesn't mean easy because that Sioux Falls to
trust me, I
Minneapolis
know.
drive is boring. Please give me a curve on a road. Holy crap! Please, I can see straight for miles. I can see the Earth curve. Please,
The curvature of
bend.
the Earth.
Yeah, bend, please. So again, big shout out to all the listeners, everybody that came in, watched some coverage. We appreciate that. All the kind words y'all had to say about it. I really hope you enjoyed it. Sorry at the end of the finals we were a little delirious.
don't apologize though. Like, yeah, maybe from a professional standpoint, not our finest
Okay.
work, but like,
No, okay. I think
I think it's
fine.
understood at that point
yeah.
too.
It was
Zach
like the
was-
10th round. The stream was live for over 11 hours. You can go check it out. I'll have all the links to that in the description too, so y'all can watch the VOD. And we'll upload each round to our YouTube channel over the next week or two.
So Zach was watching the stream, and he watched round 2, and after round 2, it cuts to the room cam, and he was just watching the room cam real quick because he's like, "You were birding my game?" Like, "Yeah, I was out there birding your game once commentary was over." He's like, "Oh, I didn't even notice you." So he's like watching me bird his game on the stream cam post, and you could see clearly in the stream game he wins. I high five him. I'm like, yes, I gotta pop off. And then I'm like, oh crap, I have to be professional. I gotta like compose myself like really quickly because I just like the commentator just, you're the guy EB. You're just like, oh cool, commentator just popped off on me losing. It's just kind of mean.
This is your friend Zach who flew from South Dakota
Yes.
to come play the tournament.
And won it.
Didn't just come to play. Came to not lose a game.
And I am so happy
Insane.
because all I did was hype him up to my friends. I have mentioned before he was like the biggest level up to me becoming a good Magic player by the time I moved here. And I genuinely think he would be on the Pro Tour if he didn't live in South Dakota or have. He said this himself. If he didn't live in South Dakota and didn't have a kid on the way, you think he could. Yeah, that's a big thing, So just like big shout out to him. Absolutely crushed. I hyped him up. It was so cool. He came here and like did not disappoint, and just again he says it too. Spoiler, I did an interview with him and I last night actually, but it'll come out the week after this.
Yep, it'll be out next week.
He'll say like he had a really good. The bracket favored him at the beginning of the tournament. We heard lots of whispers of combo. Turns out there wasn't as much combo as we thought. Just all the combo players talked to us
and asking us for cards.
We were just like, oh my god, there's gonna be a lot of combo. But he dodged the combo players. Had a good bracket in the top.
Dodged the blue decks in the room. There were a
his
lot.
His first two games
islands.
were against blue black.
They were
decks.
against blue black. Okay,
so he played against blue black twice and played against mono blue terror too. So he played against blue quite a bit.
Cool.
But
very specifically.
Yeah. If you want to wait a week and you'll hear in-depth fog talk and in-depth tournament report from Zach Garrett's himself. But big shout out to him for flying out here. It was cool. He stayed with me. I felt so bad. I moved into my apartment, and when at 10 p.m. I picked him up from the airport. I'm like, dude, it's a disaster here. He's like, I have a place to sleep. I'm like, yep. He's like, I'm good. I'm like, dope. So,
I think he was up money on the trip because he was.
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
That's dope. It's so cool.
Oh my god.
Power play. Yeah, you know what he did with his store credit too?
What did he do?
He bought a Jigglypuff.
He got the giant Jigglypuff.
Yes.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
Cool.
That's so good.
Hard respect. He had a blast. We did some cube afterwards on not Saturday. On Sunday we cubed that DNA's Boomer Cube. So we got to do that, and then afterwards we probably him and Austin talked politics for like 2 hours.
Oh damn.
And I think he's a genius. Like actually just like very Ross Merriam, Patrick Sullivan type vibes.
Okay. Informed.
Yeah, very, very. And it's cool like to see like him and Austin have like separate views, but again, Austin's great because him and I have separate views too, but similar goals, different ways of going about it, but can talk to each other like adults and not yell at each other.
Yeah.
So good vibes all around.
Love it.
I got to show him my favorite restaurants here, which is really fun. He loves Sandori. Great Indian food. He loved it there. We went to that taco truck by my house today.
That thing is so good.
It is. No right to be that good. And it is incredible. But so he really had a great time too. So good vibes there. Stay tuned for more Zach Garrett's talk next week.
I enjoyed Zach. We had a lot in common of being eldest sibling of large family, growing up religious, and coming away from that in our young adulthood. And we had a lot in common to chat about. It was nice.
Incredible Magic player, obviously.
He was very
impressive to watch play.
I wasn't expecting bad or anything.
Yeah, I hyped him up.
Like watching him play, Chris knew what he was doing, and it was the first time he'd played in paper. Right?
With fog,
with that deck in paper because he's on Moto. He's Baby Soft on Moto. If anyone has played,
and in our Discord,
and in our Discord. Shout out to Baby Soft. Like top 4 to challenge with the list a few weeks ago, and
he's top 16 a lot of the challenges he's played in too, which is awesome. Yeah, so a very, very strong Magic player. So shout out to Zach for taking it down. That was a really fun storyline, personally, and to see. And we didn't plan this; just happened how it laid out. All of his commentary matches, I got to commentate on.
Yeah,
so that was like really fun, and I feel like I know the deck really well. So I was like trying to put myself.
Well, hold on, you know the deck really well.
I do.
I don't think you know all the cards in the deck.
I think I know all the cards. I
don't think. Oh, now you do, but you didn't coming into it.
I didn't know Heap Gate filtered for mana. I thought it tapped for colorless. I thought I made a treasure. I just never read the card. Never ever read it.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, just never came up. Didn't need it. Dude, I was playing. Yeah, could you imagine that? I was playing with a what do you call that?
A handicap.
Yeah, okay. I was playing with a handicap.
Handicapping yourself.
And still top 8 at Indy.
Zach crushed it. Great to meet Zach. Walked away with a Jigglypuff of the store credit up on the weekend with $400 cash, not $500 cash.
They split.
Because he split with good friend of the pod, Anna.
So nobody split until the finals.
Correct. Yeah.
And I know who. I'm not going to say who it was. I know who it was. But I like no splits. Play for something. It's fun.
You're gonna play out for the trophy anyway, so like I don't see why not.
Oh yes, I got a trophy too. He took a sip out of the trophy.
Yeah, now it's a tradition.
It's a tradition.
Yes, and it's also a tradition of black green decks winning the tournament.
We are 2 for 2.
We'll see about that one.
Gardens wins next year. How cool would that be?
Gardens did win a challenge this weekend.
Oh my god!
But no, Anna crushed it.
So our friend Anna, who's going to be on a future episode for featuring her Cube for CubeCon.
Oh, absolutely.
But oh my gosh, she crushed it too. What was she on?
She was playing Coggates, the blue-white Coggates deck. So like has a standard bearer in the main, and otherwise just like a handful of just standard stuff.
Before people got there for Cube yesterday, we were talking about how to move forward with like designing like basically more or less the sideboard than anything, for like more local events that we're going to, like the Murray, Kentucky event and the Alabama event in the next couple weeks or so or whatever. So that has been fun to like kind of really brainstorm and think of some things like that.
Yeah.
I am fiending to play some Magic. When is this Alabama event?
It's the 26th, I believe.
23rd.
23rd of August?
Whatever
August
that
23rd.
I am putting that in my calendar right now.
It's a win a box at JC's.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
I think I can swing it the next day. I have to drive to Athens for work. And then we're staying there for 4 days.
The winner Alpha Red Elemental Blast is the 16th, though.
That's
Of August?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that JC's?
No, that's the one in
up
Murray,
in
Kentucky.
Up in Murray, Kentucky.
Win a box. So 23rd, JC's win a box. That's awesome. Yeah. But I am fiending to play some Pauper after this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's a really fun weekend, man.
I really gotta sling some spells. I gotta try some of these decks. Oh my goodness, it was so sick.
Side note.
Yeah.
Don't know what the hell is going on with tiny leaders, but like like Ellison, a local friend of the pod, a local here, is like brought some tiny leaders to Edge of Eternity's pre-release the other week, and I was playing a little bit of that. I'm like, oh, that's weird. He's talking about it. Bama crew on
they're super into it,
and then the Poppercini crew too are into it.
Oh, they were into it.
So it's like, what the hell is going on? Why is everybody about tiny leaders?
Tiny leaders is sweet,
and so it's kind of cool. I kind of want to build a deck. I'm thinking about building like Nadu can't be my commander, but building a 4-color Nadu combo deck.
Sure,
just in general.
Sure,
building some type of burn deck would be fun because I love burn.
I'm building Spiky Ragavan.
That's what I was thinking about doing too.
Yeah, very spiky
Blood Moon's
Ragavan.
legal. You can't play Price of Progress though.
No.
That's too good.
That's fine. I'll play Fable the Mirror Breaker.
That's not an aggro card.
Can be.
Who said my deck's going to be an aggro deck?
Oh, good point. It's good on turn 2 though.
Exactly.
You know what else is good on turn 2?
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Or Magus of the Moon.
Magus of the Moon.
But we actually got some
with
of that.
Urza Saga.
We got some of that on coverage, which was really fun.
Yeah, we threw some tiny leaders on coverage. That was sick. And
apparently, was it peak viewership?
One of the points we had peak viewership at the time during one of the tiny leaders intermission.
Me and Ellison were playing.
Yeah, you and Ellison and Steven and I were on commentary because
Steven didn't believe in me. I rewatched this. What the hell, Steven? I'm insane at Magic.
He loves his Esper cards. He loves his blue.
I do too, but I'm cracked. I'm gonna rip the lightning bolt off the top for lethal. It's just gonna happen.
It's just gonna happen.
That's how I planned it. I made an attack where Steven didn't agree with it. He's like, "Oh, the Corey Steel Cutter." He's like, "I'm surprised he played the Corey Steel Cutter first instead of a Ledger Shredder."
He wanted the loot instead of the token.
But if I didn't swing that turn, I wouldn't have a lethal lightning bolt 6 turns later.
There you go.
It's up here, baby. It's up here. Back to Pauper. Anna was our finalist.
She crushed it.
She did crush.
We left. We left, and James and I sped up to. James was driving, and I had him roll down the window, and we sped up to ride alongside Devin and Anna.
Oh, God.
And I motioned to Devin to roll down the passenger side window, and I screamed across both of them into Anna. I was like, "Anna, I'm so proud of you."
No,
you're so
like,
cracked.
She is cracked. She sells herself short.
She does.
When we roto drafted my cube, she's like, "Does anybody want to buy my slot?" And they could win. Like they can have the brainstorm if they win. And then she ends up buying the slot. And she just wins.
Yeah,
and she's cracked that Magic.
She was on coverage at 3 points throughout the day. Just
played incredibly.
Such precision, just thinking through her lines clearly, really assessing situations well. She absolutely crushed it.
Zach only had very kind things to say about her too.
Yeah,
Zach said like she's incredibly cracked.
Oh yeah.
So what an awesome finals! Like 2 great people, 2 great Magic players.
I agree.
And I think the matchup's interesting.
Yeah. There was definitely more play to it than might immediately meet the eye in terms of like Fog v mostly a creature deck.
And Zach and I went in depth on the whole Crypt Rats versus Prismatic Strands layout of stuff. So like it was pretty fun. 2 incredible Magic players. Anna likes to tell herself this story of she can't do combat very well. No, I do not believe
she was
that.
so funny in the winner's interview.
Yeah, what a little
My
shithead.
boyfriend taught me to play Magic.
I hate that. I'm like, shut up.
I cried.
That was so funny.
It was.
Cracking
It
us
was
so hard.
I hope nobody thought she was serious.
She did it to Zach too, like sitting
I
down
didn't see that.
down for the final. She was like, "Hi, yeah, I learned in Bloomberg because of all the cute animals."
My boyfriend taught me to play Magic.
Zach is like, "No way, that's true."
That's hilarious.
No way, that's true.
That's so funny.
Oh man.
I hate her.
There were a lot of homies in top 8 and a lot of really strong players. Carl had a back-to-back, much to my surprise, because I thought for sure Carl was too far down on the breakers.
So I got to watch his game toward the very end of game 3 with him and Anna.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Really?
She needed to. I think she there was a huge.
This
combat.
is the semifinals.
Yeah.
So Carl makes semifinals again. So back to back.
That's
Carl's
awesome.
Insane.
So Carl goes to this huge attack with I don't know, probably 15 power on the table.
Yeah.
And just cracks
playing fairies.
Cracks in all the creatures. I think all of Anna's creatures were tapped at that point or whatever. And so she needs to find what did she need to find? I don't remember exactly what it is she found, but she found something that was just enough to put her to 1 life.
Yeah.
And he doesn't draw a card in this scenario or anything like that. And
Was it fog?
It was not a fog.
Sounds like a prismatic strands line.
Something
to me.
it may have been something like that.
Oh, that's kind of like a fog, isn't it?
She needed to brainstorm into an answer.
Yeah.
And found the answer that she needed immediately. Because otherwise, I think Carl wins right there. Mm-hmm. So wild.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Something I forgot to mention on coverage. I wish I would have mentioned on there, but Carl from the first cup to this cup dropped the Mutagenics Groves and went to a more Skura looking list of what's there.
Yep.
So
the Carrier Strix and Humbling Elders. And
I don't know when
monsters.
we could. I don't know when deck lists are going to be published or anything. I don't know if we're able to do that or have control.
I'm working on it. So
no, you're good.
I don't know
worries.
whether or not folks will already have access to some. I might at least have these top 8. I got to get in touch with Shady because Kyle's not at work all week. So
okay, got you. Top 8 would be sick at the very least.
Yeah.
So those are our finalists. What about the rest of the top 8?
The rest of top 8.
You mentioned Carl.
Yeah, so we mentioned Carl. Carl made top 4
again.
Ran back Faye.
Alongside Nick Newsom playing White Weenie. That rounded off our top 4 there.
He played incredibly well.
Yeah, he's a very strong player. I've seen him around the RCQ circuit. He knows what he's doing.
He also top 8'd the event that I went to up in Frontline.
I felt so bad. I kept calling him Kyle.
Oh, we both
I was
did.
so tired at the end.
We both did because we were just it's mono white.
Yeah.
Kyle's just on camera. Yeah.
I felt so bad.
I just too.
And then rounding out our 5th through 8th slots, Eric Wan, who was our number 1 seed on Grixis Affinity, decided to not draw at table 2 in the very last round against a friend of the pod, Ellison. They played it out. Win, lose, or draw, they're both in because,
so it doesn't hurt, I guess.
So it doesn't hurt either way, but it's basically just playing
seeding.
for seeding at that point. And Eric won and became our first seed. But then
is this Grixis Affinity featuring cryogenic relics?
Yes, we have 3 cryogen relics. We have see, the whole alphabetical thing is awful.
See, I told you.
No Black Mage's Rods, 3 Blood Fountain, 3 Cryogen Relic, 3 Fanatical, 4 Galv Blast, a Hunter's Blowgun. We've got 1 Kenku Artificer in here, a Makeshift Munitions.
I love the Kenku Artificer.
A couple Spell Bombs, 4 Reckoner's Bargains because we have Mirror Enforcers.
So some good stuff.
Yeah, 1 Toxin Analysis, 3 Krark-Clan Shaman. And a 4th Krark-Clan in the board with 2 Unexpected Fangs in the board too. Also someone who's crushed. I mean, it's 7 rounds. Mm-hmm. So you have to be there. 2 5-2 players made it into top 8. So you have to be crushing the tournament in a 7-rounder to be able to make the top 8. And so Eric Wan being technically, I think he was 5-0-1 and then played with Ellison in the last round. So 6-0-1, technically undefeated going into the top 8. So congratulations with a great finish there.
So we had 2 undefeated players going to top 8.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Between that and Zach, 5-0 double draw, right?
Yeah. Didn't lose a game.
Didn't lose a single game.
In the entire tournament. 100%.
Insane.
Won a tournament, 100% win rate.
Yeah.
Won a tournament playing at the least amount of Magic possible because he got a round 1 bye.
Right.
It's true.
Insane. That's awesome.
We can mention Ellison here as we mentioned. Ellison came into top. It was 5-1 going to the last round. Lost that game to Eric, and so came in as the 7th seed.
What's that title?
So funny.
What's the title? Ellison.
Friend of the pod.
So the night before, Ellison in our Discord, our friendly Discord, he messaged out. He's like, "Hey, should I play Red Black Madness? And we're like, yeah, it's probably a pretty good idea. It's a good deck. And so he messaged me, and I put him a list together.
I didn't see that someone said Cameron and Hippo both have it. Otherwise we could have got some lightning bolts on coverage.
I could have given him some very good lightning bolts.
That's true.
Lightning bolts.
But pretty stock Red Black Madness. Nothing much to comment on.
Nah.
There's an Arms of Hadar in the board, which is interesting.
Yeah.
A couple Fairy Macabres instead of relics, things like that.
There's just concessions for Spy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like Macabre is a lot better against Spy. That makes sense.
For sure. But yeah, congrats to Ellison.
Because we thought there would be more. We thought there would be more Spy.
Yeah, honestly.
We thought there would be much more Spy.
Coming in as the 4th seed and then losing to Anna in top 8 was friend of the pod, Holden. Holden brought the Mono Red Madness Burn deck to the
That
tournament.
deck looks so much fun to play.
That deck looks like a blast. That's what I would have played.
Yeah.
And she
I
crushed
absolutely
it,
would've
too.
played.
Yeah, 5-1-1, just absolutely crushed it. Lost the first round to Mason, and then strung
back.
5 in a row, and then draw the last round.
Powerful.
Yeah, she
That's
crushed it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Man,
looks
it's
like
hard to start off with a loss in a tournament too.
It is.
You don't want
It's
early
tough.
losses.
No.
Unfortunate for her, Mason ended up doing well in the tournament too. So
Yeah, he ended up in 10th.
Yeah.
so
Shout out Mason Clark. Thanks for coming out.
that was really fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, so her list, we got 3 Gutter Snipes, 3 Fire Blast, otherwise it's 4 ups all the way down, just kind of the stock list. 8 Red Blasts, 4 Smashes, and 3 Searing Blazes in the board.
Searing Blazes.
I saw there was some chat. I can't remember. I think it was. I can't exactly remember who it was, and I feel bad now because it's one of the prominent people. But they've swapped out the Epicures for 4 Chain Lightnings, just have some more burn.
I saw that.
And they've been liking that too. So there's still a little bit of innovation going on around this list. But Holden went with the Epicures. I love a good Epicure. Epicure's just like absolutely
you
cracked.
You crack a blood, not the Epicure.
No, you
crack a blood, not the
You could register Crack the Earth.
You
with
could
Epicure.
register Crack the Earth.
It's really good with Voldaren Epicure.
It is really good with Voldaren.
You could smoke crack before the event.
I do not
No,
recommend doing that.
no. It wasn't crack, but I was offered things to inhale before the broadcast, and I was like,
No.
after, please. I will come find you after, but not before.
I do not want to commentate with a Hi Thomas.
No, I am a consummate broadcast professional.
You'd be too chill.
Yeah, no,
We need stuff to get done.
or I'd be like way more neurotic and control freak about the production.
Yeah,
stuff.
you're either gonna be on one end. I don't want either end of the.
No, you don't.
I want balance, Thomas. Not Bridezilla.
No, we don't want Bridezilla. No. And then rounding out our top 8 here, finishing 6th in the Swiss, or going into top 8, the 6th seed, Sean Galloway playing a really interesting version of Blue Red Fairies.
Another local.
Yeah,
that's
another
local.
It's basically a Scred list, but instead of Scred with the Terror Shell, it's kind of Scred with 4 Spell Stutter Sprites, 4 Fairy Seers. We've also got 4 Augur Bolas, 3 Ninja of the Deep Hours, 1 Moon Circuit Hacker.
This is an older style list.
Yeah. But I think it's
This is
sweet. I think it's
it
really
did,
sweet.
It did win a challenge, I think, last week. So that's probably the reason that Sean picked it up.
Yeah, there's like 1 random monarch creature in the board. You got a Murmuring, or not in the board, in the main, and then another one in the board, and a Murmuring Mystic in the main as well. So can really play the early tempo game. Can play long into the control role. Really like a really versatile sort of style to the deck here. So really cool to see that. It was one of the decks that when I saw the metagame breakdown, I was like, oh, there's only 1. And I'm like, cool. Like there were a lot of 1-ofs. Actually.
Yeah, that was the most played deck. Was other.
Yeah.
I think
It was
18
18
copies.
copies. I can pull up the graphic.
Was that the last of a top 8?
Yeah, that's the last deck in top 8. Yeah.
And shout to Sean, always doing really, really well in our locals too.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we have locals next week. I don't know
Dude,
if y'all realize that.
I have work, unfortunately.
I think I might take my stand
What does that mean?
and not go.
Why?
A few minutes later.
I
Shall
don't
we?
remember where we were.
Would you like to hear this metagame breakdown? I'm sure our friends at home would like to hear how the tournament broke down. If you didn't catch it on stream, I whipped up this little graphic during round 1 to be ready. It was ready. Kyle threw it up on the screen for you guys to chat about immediately after,
was great. After
round one match.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Nice.
It was great. So we had 67 players. We have the most played deck outside of Other. We'll get to the Other, which is all 1-ofs. We had 9 copies of Jund Wildfires. Kind of not really a surprise.
Nope.
You know?
So I do want to talk about that for 1 second.
Yeah.
our friend Centillus, alum of the pod, said that this was like kind of was a tough tournament to swallow, particularly from the fact that it's like he's not a slow player. Like he doesn't play slowly, and he just keeps drawing with this deck.
Yeah,
and it's like infuriating to him. So that is something to be said. Something an interesting observation that was made to me. It's just like this deck can not close games, which is kind of stinky.
Yeah,
it's not ideal.
No,
for
I think
the mid-range deck of the format.
Yeah, he did say at a couple spots he felt like he could have won, but
that's not even just this tournament. That's been other tournaments as well that he's played the deck into.
Yeah,
he's just like consistently. It's just like I'm in the draw bracket like. In every single one of these tournaments, it's kind of abysmal.
But I will say, like, when I've drawn playing against him, or I think, this was when we were in the Pauper weekly. I talked about this with Zach next week. That sounds so weird saying. I talked past tense about this next week, future tense. But
I talked about this for you to hear next week.
Yeah,
content, baby.
About when like he's like, I realized my biggest mistake was not conceding to you game one. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's gotta agree with you there. So yeah, I don't know. I think the deck's good. Like people do well with it.
Obviously, it's very good. It won the showcase challenge just this weekend. Obviously, the deck is great.
Put multiple copies in our top 16 too.
Yeah, like so the deck is obviously very powerful.
A couple matchups or like one match away from we could have had 2 copies in top 8 easily.
Yeah. Mason and Centillus
yeah, and I didn't take a look and see where everybody else lied either. I just know those 2 top 16 with it. So, yeah, good deck still. I think the room was pretty well prepared for it.
Yes,
I'd be inclined to agree.
For sure.
What was the second most popular deck? Sorry, continue.
No, what were you going to say?
The most popular was Other.
Oh, yes. The second most played deck, we've got a tie for 7 copies with Mono Blue Fairies and Grixis Affinity, Cryogen Relic, and in some ways Black Mage's Rod, bringing Affinity back up into the spotlight a little bit.
Because it was so non-existent the first cup. I think we had 1 copy.
It was the second most played deck. There were like 4 copies.
The
first
time?
cup. Yeah.
I thought only Dustin played it.
Nope. There were 4 copies.
Huh. Weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our
It
mistake.
was the second most played deck.
Okay. Well,
behind Red. Red had 5 copies.
Interesting. Well, this one put 1 copy into top 8.
It did.
So,
just like last time.
Yep.
No rods, just relics in that list, like we said.
Yeah, it looked we had it on camera round 1.
Round 1, yep.
It looked impressive. Like the deck was kind of firing on what it's supposed to do.
I mean, it's all good cards.
Yeah, it's a pile of good cards.
You can only go so wrong with
a pile of good cards.
You draw 2s, free mana 4/4s, not 3 mana, free mana. 2 4/4s.
I see what you did
there. You put in a bunch of card draw and good cards, and you get Grixis Affinity.
I agree. I'm not arguing.
An efficient fireball.
I think the deck is like totally fine. Like if you just have reps with Grixis Affinity, just play Grixis. It's
crazy
totally
how much better it looks now with the Black Mage's Rod. It can just attack.
Well, I think the relic was good too. I think both the combination of the two is really really powerful.
That leaves play trigger on the relic instead of versus Icar where it says enters the graveyard.
Yeah,
like making it so you can not saying the Grixis is doing this, but other decks are ghostly flickering and stuff, and that's pretty badass.
That's with
Glenhawk,
like fams and stuff.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I want to play Flickertron again with 4 cryogenic relics and put interaction in my damn deck. If I'm a slow deck, I need interaction, but I want to play Capsize and Sprout Swarm as my win conditions.
Savage.
That'd be sick. Like I can't believe there's no Pauper decks playing Sprout Swarm. It can't be correct.
Right?
Not good against Counterspell.
It's
pretty
bad.
But against John Wildfires? What do they do against it?
Croc Clan?
Okay, I'll keep doing it.
Okay.
They'll keep playing Cart Clans. Sounds like we're drawing.
They'll play a Nyxborn Hydra.
They'll beat you down. Yeah, they'll beat you down with a Nyxborn Hydra while you make one token and then 1 token and then 2 tokens and then 2 tokens and you're dead.
Sheesh.
Yeah, sorry to stomp on your dreams.
That's what the Capsize is for, dude.
There you go.
Yeah, you tap out for 1 spell against Capsize.
Mono Blue Fairy is also really well represented here with 7 copies. It was all over the top tables for like a good portion of the day.
Yeah, I had a lot of
also on the low tables beating up on Devin.
I was exactly. I heard a lot of rumblings going on from Devin. Yeah, who decided to play Cycle Storm and just get absolutely dunked on by Faye.
First 3 rounds he played against Mono Blue Fae.
Incredible.
And just got his teeth kicked in. He had such a good attitude about it, though. He was laughing.
He was all dressed up in the magician's gear
that
that
was
James
insane.
mentioned
Last year.
2 days prior on the podcast.
He told me he opened it. He
like,
goes, "I'm wearing this for the cup," and I'm like, "Yes."
It was incredible.
That's
it was
insanity.
so
Also,
funny.
the jacket that I wore for whatever winners interview that was Devin's little get up, or part of Devin's little get up for the day.
Man.
So funny.
Very unfortunate just pairings for him, but he couldn't have had like a better attitude about it.
Oh no,
He was happy to be
Devin's
there.
always a ball of fun.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so much fun. After that, in 4th place, we've got Mono Blue Terror with 6 copies. That's 13 Mono Blue decks right
That's
in that
a
top
lot.
top portion.
With that being said, so the 2 top things to be doing in the room, in theory,
You stole my line.
was going to be either playing Artifact Tapland,
You stole my line.
or playing all islands.
You stole that from me on coverage.
I
Go
did.
watch
It's
it.
also, you know what game night is? It's the People's LG. I'll steal that one too.
That's a
It
good one.
shuffles in.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Limbus reference.
There were a lot of
I am
Limbus references.
very happy about that.
that
It
was
does
funny.
shuffle in.
It shuffles in.
It shuffles in.
And now it filters can be a new one.
Yeah.
It filters.
That's good merch.
Cameron learns something new every Magic tournament.
It
It's
shuffles
true.
in is good merch.
That's probably a good metric point, though, as a Magic player. If your goal is to be improving, that you learn something new at every tournament you
Yeah.
play. That's
Maybe
probably
not.
actually
Maybe not
okay.
text on card.
Maybe not.
Maybe something a little deeper context. But maybe not. You should probably read the cards. You should know what your cards do. You put in your decks first. My bad.
Ideally.
But to build on what Hippo said, like a lot of tapped artifact lands, a lot of untapped islands.
Yep.
And which is kind of funny because that's what Mono Blue Fey wants to be preying on as Irvy's tapped. Mm-hmm. And the spoilers, we had, was it 2 or 3 Mardu synth decks in the room?
3 Mardu
So
synth decks.
a lot of tapped artifact lands.
Yeah, but then on the other end of the spectrum, you have the untapped mountains.
There were quite a few of those. Speaking or a few, there were a few. We had 4 copies of Mono Red Madness, including Holden, who made top 8, and also 4 copies of Blue Black Fey. This kind of like encompasses some like Blue Black Fey control, some a little bit more on the like fairy tempo side. There were a fair amount of differences between these 4 lists, but it was at their core like Blue Black, Spellstutter Sprite, Snacker, some snuff outs, maybe
Well,
counter spells.
not even all of them were playing Spellstutter Sprites and all of them were playing Snackers, I don't believe.
Right, but that's like
Yes.
the general vibe.
Yeah. I mentioned that a couple weeks ago where these blue-black decks are really powerful, yet so drastically different from each other every time. And they seem... It's kind of hard to know which version's better. Do I want to go really deep into black-blue snakes? Do I really want to go deep into blue-black Fae? What about these blue-black sneaky snackers in Modern Age? So there's a lot to do there in blue-black cards. So really cool to see those decks.
Yeah, for sure. Then we had 3 copies of Mardu Synth, like we mentioned, alongside 3 copies of Red Black Madness. So
Those
another
synth
one of the
decks
red
look
decks.
so cool.
Yeah, the synth
Dude.
decks were sweet. We got to
I was
feature.
so excited to cover to specifically me that I got to cover the synth deck.
Yeah.
I love
That was a fun game
deck.
to watch too.
It was Derek put on a clinic.
He really did.
You got to see him body jump.
You
on
just
fires.
absolutely destroyed Gen
Wait.
Wildfires.
Yeah. You have a cart clan shaman. That's cute.
Cool.
Here's what
That
the
card has
2s and
basically
2
no
3s.
text.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
the only card it matters against is Black Mage's Rod.
and just being able to skirt around Writhing Christmas very well from Derek.
Oh, yeah.
You just see him put so much more cardboard on the table than the Jund
Yeah,
deck.
I
and
love-
just they couldn't keep up with that.
I love that. Like that deck is so sweet.
Yeah, like, it's really
I think if like the mono red, like the madness decks in general, like just didn't exist, this would be so much more of a player.
Yeah.
But this deck can basically not beat red.
It was a really good choice for the room.
I agree. It was a good
really
choice
good
for the
choice for the room because it's enough advantage that can keep up with Terror. A 2/2 flyer and a 2/3 flyer line up really well against fairies, so you have good angles against the blue decks, and you're naturally a little faster against the tapped land decks. Plus, you have Dust to Dust to like really screw over these tapped artifact lands. It was really, really good. A friend of the pod, Sai, our young friend, also registered Mardu Synth this tournament. I think he did the best out of the 3 Tobmans. I think he ended up
I think so.
3 and 4, 4 and 3, something. I think he was 4 and 3.
I can't quite remember.
I think something like that. Yeah. But he also registered Mardu Synth. It was a good choice for the room.
I agree. I think it was a solid choice.
Yeah.
You just need to dodge. You just really need to dodge the red decks, like the red burn decks.
Or combo. You have some Game of Thraben
I
charms.
think
but,
you have. I think that's. I would much rather play against like actual combo.
Wouldn't want to play against Hightside, but
No, that sounds awful.
yeah.
And then rounding out our metagame breakdown, we had three decks with 2 copies. We had 2 Coggates players, including Anna in our top 8, or our finalist, I should say. 2 copies of Mono White Aggro, or White Weenie, including Nick in top 4. 2 copies of Blue Black Artifact Control, which they kind of stood out from the rest of the Affinity decks as much more focused on stuff like being a little bit more aggressive with Metallic Rebukes and Blood Fountains and really focusing on Cryogen Relic plus Black Mage's Rod, but not really messing around with any of the being much more of a control deck rather than kind of Grixis Affinity can play a little bit of several different roles. It's much more of a mid-range deck, but can just pump out 4/4s really quickly. This was much more like Pactol Terror.
What a lovely card.
Yeah, Pactol Terror is so sick.
That is a sweet card.
That kind of like artifact control stuff. Really, really sick, including friend of the pod, Jay. He's been really kind of championing this archetype recently.
He beat the pants off me. We played 2 games at lunch a few weeks ago when I was playing Jund or whatever. I could not get a game off of him.
Hippo doesn't even have pants on now.
I sure
Beat
do.
them so off.
I don't know why James is lying. I can't play in the
He
bit.
beat him off was bad.
Okay.
That was a bad. That was
Can't leave that in there, but
No, I'm
No,
not.
you can't.
But it was
That one
funny.
in there.
It was
Yeah.
funny. And then rounding out the rest of our tournament, we had 18 decks that had 1 single copy. Do you want me to just list them all?
Fire them off.
Fire them off.
Fire 'em
Rapid
off.
fire.
All right. This is it. I put these in no particular order.
Oh, slow down.
We had Elves, Walls, Blue-Black Terror, Blue-Red Terror, Blue-Red Fae, High Tide, Hexproof, Red-Green Ponza, Red-Green Ramp, Burn, 4-Land Spy, Elf Spy, Mono-Red Hot Dog, Cycling Storm, Black-White Blade, Blue-Black Whale Affinity, Blue-White Familiars, and Black-Green Fog.
Wow. We got to see that the whale.
Put all the way down at
Yeah,
the
so
bottom.
unfortunately our friend Joseph
Yeah.
got like his deck just like took
Oh,
a
man.
huge crap
He was doing
on him.
really well.
He's like this is the round. Like he's like the round I'm uncovers is the round that my deck just like
Ceases to function.
face plants on itself, and I'm just like, yeah, that was pretty
Oh
rough
man,
to
it was a
watch.
winning in. It was a winning into top. Almost a winning into top 8.
I was like, because Wub
Yeah.
won and
Yeah.
did not win the next
And then
rounds.
did not win the next round, unfortunately.
So it was not a win.
Yeah. No, not quite. But that's okay. Yeah, unfortunate for our friend Joseph that the
deck-
Blue-Black Whale deck sputtered out on camera.
I'm
but it's
glad
really
he had a
sick.
good showing with it, though.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I'm glad
he
it
did.
performed well.
All in all, he did well with it. So
Yeah, the deck looks cool.
yeah. This is the deck for anyone who's not familiar.
That Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan from the London Pauper League has been a champion at kind of at the end of last year, beginning of this year.
Yep.
It takes advantage of Steelfin Whale, which is 5 and a blue for a 3/4 flyer with affinity for artifacts, so you can play it super cheap in your affinity deck. And whenever an artifact comes into play, you can untap it, and so you use that in combination with. There are a couple different versions that you can choose from, but essentially an instant that gives it the ability to tap and return something to your hand, and then you combine that with a free artifact, either something with affinity or a 0 mana. You can do whatever you want.
Usually the one is the affinity card that like pumps a creature.
Yeah, because then you can eventually just pump the whale on its
like
own if that's all you have.
Tooth of something.
Yeah,
I can't
Tooth
remember.
of Kisgoria or something, I think.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's 3 mana with affinity for artifacts.
Kisgoria.
You might. And you just keep bouncing that back and forth, or you can do that with a Pactol Terror or a Black Mage's Rod in play. And you can ping your opponent to death with that too.
It's a cool deck.
It's really cool.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
it was a really cool tournament. Lots of cool stuff. We got to feature, I think, really cool matchups on coverage
Diverse
for the
top
most
8.
part. Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
What
complete.
does that mean?
That was a completely diverse top 8. There was no overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is very diverse.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's very
sick.
sweet.
Yeah. For the most part, Thomas, was there a feature match
Zach
you didn't
v.
like?
Ellison on coverage didn't. It was.
That was
It was.
kinda mean
It was
to Ellison.
fine. It was fine.
That's very favored in
But
Fog.
yeah. It's very favored for Vogue.
I think we got excited because there was 2 homies.
I think we did
A
for
little bit,
sure.
yeah. And got it. We were like, oh, what if one of them starts not doing well and get one of them on camera while they can? But yeah,
Well, they were what?
Never
They were
know.
table 1. I think it was like
Yeah.
round 4 or something.
Yeah.
They're table
or
2.
Table 2
Okay.
or round.
I think it starts the villain arc at least for Zach. Like, oh, people don't like that Fog deck.
Right.
Then you want to watch him lose, and then you don't. But
I wonder how many copies of Flaring Pain were in the room. The answer was not enough.
I know at least 2
Oh, it was
copies.
round 4. That was round 4, right? Because I did the interview.
There was at least
It's
two
all coming back to me.
from Andy Cyborg
But there is-
Boggles. I know that. Not
Man,
enough.
Andy coming in clutch.
Yeah.
I handed him some ancestral masks and some scatter shots.
That was funny. He was like, I'll take any scatter shot archers. And I'm like, I have 10. Do you need 10? After you got yours already. I thought that was a little jokey joke there. Oh,
It
man.
was a blast.
No, there was something to say. Lots of good vibes. Lots of positive things were said across the day.
Got one of my favorite moments was talking to Mason in between rounds, Mason Clark. And,
I got the same conversation with him too.
And he's like, the only way I'm losing this deck is because I'm not drawing enough lands. Why do you only play 20 lands in your Pauper decks? And I'm like, well, we play all these draw twos to draw them. He's like, you know what curves into them? I'm like, what's that? He's like, hitting your land drops. And I said, well, Mason, I want to draw more draw twos with my draw twos. And he's just like, you're the Pauper player.
Yeah, he walked up to me. He's like, why do all you Pauper players only play 20 lands in your mid-range deck? And I'm just like, because we got cantrip artifacts and draw twos, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. People just like to play their cards.
I agree. 20 lands in that deck does seem pretty low. I'm going to agree. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
It is.
But that's just the function of the format. Like, that's just how things have... That has been that way forever.
It's Xerox theory. If you get it going, it keeps going.
Exactly. And the format's not fast enough. Like, the format on the whole is not fast enough for people to want to change that fact.
Yeah, I would say on like overall, not a ton of aggro. I guess you can like blistering fast aggro. Like back when we're used to like Kadoltha was legal, we'd see a lot more Kadoltha. But this time it seems like the red decks were a lower percentage. The couple players did really well. Holden and Ellison did very, very well. They made top 8 with it. But and we had White Weenie in top 8 too. So like the people who played the aggro decks really well did really well, and it rewarded them.
Yep.
So that is good that we have that function. Just not super. Maybe that is an okay thing that they're not super represented.
It was like a little splash of everything.
Yeah, I like that. Say things are pretty balanced. Like things on the whole are like very balanced out right now. It's very nice to see.
I think they're probably not where the aggro decks are. They're probably not the best thing to be doing, because whenever they are the best thing to be doing, it's pretty easy to correct to deal with them.
Yeah, add wraths.
Yeah, versus
Done.
some other like the mid-rangey decks, when those are the most popular thing to be doing. It's a little not as cut and dry of like, well, what beats John Wildfire is not as easy as saying, we'll put breath weapons in your deck, or what beats the graveyard combo deck. We'll put
I have just received a message from Devin Northcutt. Hippo, get done with the pod. I need entertainment.
Tell him
I see.
tell him to entertain himself with his magician's wand that you got.
I really wanted to get that
It's
deck
always
on
like
camera and watch him just make a complete fool of himself.
Oh,
Not make a fool of
whoa.
himself, but like have fun on camera with like the magician get up.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
wave your wand over your
Okay.
graveyard with your reaping the graves.
I
and
thought
put
you were
all your
taking a
cards.
direction of he
did
can't
he
play
really
it.
do that all day?
I don't think he
my
did, but that would have been
God.
hilarious.
I hope
if
he
he
played
did.
with the gloves on.
Yeah.
I think he did.
That's insane. That's awesome.
Oh, it was
Respect.
fantastic. I
Yeah.
loved it, all of it.
Oh man.
I told him last week, like the episode came out, and like as I was listening, I was listening to it to timestamp it for you for YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, I realized at the very end was like the little story about telling him or all that stuff, and he hadn't even gotten home yet to see that. And I was like, oh, please don't let him listen to this before he gets home.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
don't let him listen to this.
I had that thought too. It's funny.
I figured it would have already gotten there by then, but
I also thought he would too, and he didn't get so late till a little
that's
bit later.
funny though.
Two of my favorite things from a tournament was we get the tournament starts filling up. We're setting up in the back. Zach was helping us set up, and then like we're starting to get started. He's like waiting out there, and then like between rounds, I'd come out, see how everybody's doing, talk to Zach. He's kind of like sitting by himself reading a book or whatever, and then I come out like round 4, round 5 after that, and he's like interacting, like he's like meeting the locals and talking to everybody more, and like slowly getting adjusted to everybody. I'm like, nice, this is sick.
Yeah, he went to Popeyes with Holden and Anna like after they all like drew in the last round. Just like chilling.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone got along. It's really nice.
He loved everybody there. Super cool. It was, and the other point was like seeing worlds collide a little bit. Like, oh, here are these folks we talked to from Chicago interacting with folks here and now, our locals from Nashville. So
someone
kinda,
you met at CubeCon almost a year ago, who now is also hosting and organizing tournaments, like coming down with
had
his
Alex in the
teammates.
pod.
Yeah,
so really cool. I'm glad y'all gonna meet Alex. He's good people.
So
feel bad we didn't get to spend more time with everybody.
That's all
but
right. That's
we
all
were-
right.
God, we were
will on the
strapped.
next one.
We
Yeah.
were strapped for time
And energy.
And food.
Huge shout out to game night.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my
seriously.
God. Yes.
The People's LGS.
The People's
The
LGS,
People's LGS.
Director Kyle, Steven for even letting us get in the door.
Absolutely.
Like,
Richard and Trace just crushing it behind the desk
Behind the-
all day, and huge shout out and thank you to Austin for being our head judge.
Of course.
Austin, of course, is a close buddy of ours.
Didn't get a top 8 this one.
or
unfortunately.
alum of the pod.
He is
Austin.
alum of the pod.
Yeah.
Alum of Common Ground Tournament top 8 one.
It's true. It's true.
he did.
Common Ground Tournament 1.
He was
top
he was
8.
head
There
judge
we go.
this time around and absolutely crushed it. Really, from like the coverage standpoint, like great to work with, and of course, I mean, I wasn't worried about that, but
I should have
thought I would shout that out.
I should have asked him if he felt like, is 67 a number where you want a second judge? I want to ask.
I think
him
if
how
it
he
were
felt.
a non-Pauper tournament, I would say probably.
Yeah, I would.
But like
hear
most
him
for the
from-
most part, like everybody
people up to
kind of
chill.
knows what's going on.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
agree with that.
It's, there's
And
less,
everyone's
there's
gonna be,
less
like, pretty
confusion.
chill.
There's less going. There's just less happening.
Yeah.
It feels like that's probably a manageable thing. But say if it's basically any other format, probably not.
And yeah, it was fun meeting a lot of y'all too. Like everyone was super friendly. They came up, said hi, introduced
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
We love that.
Yeah, you
I
bet.
like putting faces to the names on Discord.
Yeah, shout out to
it's-
Bill from Memphis. Memphis has some
Yes,
stuff coming up.
yes.
They sent me the
came and talked to
info
me as well.
Yeah, they sent me
Yeah.
the info, so I'll get that posted up and about. So some more Tennessee magic happening.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Tennessee
I would
that's-
be
Pauper.
willing to go to Memphis for that.
I would be willing.
I have driven to Memphis for Magic tournaments before.
You
This
have.
would-
It's true.
I've
this
never
would-
been to Memphis.
This would not be the first time.
Heard they have good barbecue.
And good music.
I don't remember. So sorry, tangent.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of one of these random like weekends where people traveled to Memphis for Magic, there was a one time back in the day. I think Thomas Bitter was with me actually.
Bitter.
We were playing in a PPTQ.
Alum of the pod.
Alum of the pod. Secretly alum of the pod. We went to play a PPTQ back in the
Forget that
day.
happened.
And it's so funny. And then we had a friend of ours who had lived in Nashville and then moved to Memphis. So we got to, we're like, hey, can you give us some like food recommendations? And he sent us to the most hole in the wall place restaurants I have ever seen, and we had the most banging wings I have ever had. Period. And it would have been like somewhere you're like, this looks
Food
not
poisoning?
great.
I mean, those are the best places. Like I said, the taco
Yep.
truck,
Yep.
insane.
This place was insanely
and I'm
good.
sure it was a nice bang for your buck too.
It was.
There's a place by Austin out in Lebanon. It's a barbecue place. It's cash only.
Is the place on right at that road right in front of his house?
Yeah.
Yep, I know what we're talking about.
The place is pretty
I've
fire.
never been there, but I know
pretty
what you're
good.
talking about.
It's really, really good.
Nice.
Yep.
All right,
Good vibes.
I want to kiss my girlfriend. Anything else to say?
If you made it this far,
Thank you so much for listening. If you got any questions, concerns, likes, comments, you can join our Discord. You know where it's at. It's in the description. You can ask us questions there. You can talk to people. You can pick brains. You could message Zach and be like, dude, you did so good. And teach me about fog. You'd be like, dude, that was so lame to watch. You could say whatever. You can ask questions there. You could email us questions on commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com.
We
Link
got to
at
do
the bottom
catch
below.
up. We got to do some catch up in there. There's some old
the
emails.
emails?
Yeah, there's some old emails we haven't quite gotten around to.
Yeah, somebody asked about fog, and I felt really bad.
Yeah. Well, that's coming. So
Yeah.
so we have you covered.
so we got you
I
covered.
think they had a tournament they wanted to play. That's not there anymore. So that's our bad.
That's all right.
I can't.
We'll
I
get around
checked the
to- we'll get
email.
around
Do
to
you
it.
move the emails around?
Nope.
I don't see them. Huh? I haven't seen any more emails. Yeah.
No, that's everything that's been sitting there that we haven't gotten to.
I'm excited for y'all to hear the talk of Zach. He had like a really cool
I'm interested to listen to this.
theory where he like talks about magic decks a little bit. He got into about like every deck falls into economy or you have to
Sure.
listen to it. It's
We'll
cool.
hear it.
I'm excited.
It's not his cool
I'm
theory.
excited.
Somebody
Oh, I have a quick shout out. My partner Hannah has released a new single. It's the first time she and I are both in the process of putting out some new music after a long time of not putting out music for various reasons. And this is a great summer bop. It's all about staying positive. It's called On Top of the World. You can go
Link in the bio
stream
below.
it. Yeah, we'll put the link
This song
into it.
sounds like it could be in a Disney soundtrack.
Yes, that is one of her goals.
Mm-hmm.
Not kidding. She's that good.
When she releases Rosie, I will be shocked if that's not on the radio. And it just complements her voice perfectly. Oh, like when we saw her, that song gave me chills. It made me cry. She is better than Adele at singing. I tell people this, and like they don't believe me when they see her sing. hear her sing, and it's like Jesus
and
Christ.
see her sing. It's an experience.
Yes.
She's a performer.
Incredibly talented human.
Donkey!
God. Chords.
He's like, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
Thomas.
kiss
Not
her.
me, Thomas. Respect your boundaries.
And that's a wrap.
That's for the bit.
We can have sex in the same room, not together. We've talked about this, Thomas. I have boundaries. You
I'm
need to
not
respect
talking
them.
about. I have boundaries. I'm not talking about this on the podcast.
Yes, I know. You can edit whatever you want to.